Hi everyone, thanks for coming here. And this is the title of my presentation. Hi, I'm Sergio, and it's nice to meet myself at MSU. And I'm an engineering student. I came here to study for 1.5 years in the program with the scholarship in the program Brazilian Science Mobility Program. This is a program to improve education to undergrad and graduate students in Brazil, and this is all paid for the government. And they helped me to come here and just make discipline, study disciplines, and have this experience and come back to Brazil and share with all my society. So as you expect, I will discuss about the experience I'm having here. I'm right in the middle. I'm in my eighth month, and I have 8 more months. So I'm still learning. I have something that I already learned, but I know I will learn many things else. And I organized my presentation in how my life was in Brazil. So the second point is what have changed, so you can compare how was my life there and how my life is being here, and what I expect about this experience for the future, and how can I use all this knowledge I'm learning here in my future and in my home. So I came from this city. Here is the city of São Paulo. It's the biggest city in my country and also one of the biggest cities in the world. And this is just a zoom. And I lived there during all my life, because this is a big city, so I can find anything there, the best jobs and best universities. And I never had to move to anywhere else. I was born there, I lived all my life there, I studied there, I worked there, I had my fun times there. And I never had any international experience before I came here. And I used to work as a programmer in Brazil, and I work in a 6 hours job. And that was a really hard job, because the program, you are always busy with your mind, you are always struggling to solve problems. And I studied from 7 to 11 p.m. Mondays through Friday, and this was my routine. It was really busy. When I started to work and study, I never had a chance to do my hobbies and do things that I like. I was always struggling to get better and better professional skills. And the professional skills was driving me to take my choice. I was not considering anymore about my personal wishes. I was always following the best thing I could have in my professional skills. But some point, right before I came here, I was feeling, well, I'm doing everything right. I have a good job to my age. I am studying in a good university, but I'm feeling something is going wrong. I'm feeling I'm doing something wrong. And I was not being able to solve this question. And I didn't know what was happening, because I was studying engineering, but I was not sure what I was studying. And anything I was doing, I was feeling I was doing everything wrong, even though I was having good returns about what I was doing. So this competitive environment in a big city change your person. This makes you always try to be better and better. This makes you competitive, and I kind of forget myself. I was doing what peer pressure was driving me to do. So this was my life. Here I was like 15 years, and I used to play guitars. I was 16 years, and I was already studying electronics since I was really young. I'm 24 now. And after I finish, I'm electronic technician. I graduate, and I am in a technical degree. And I started working that's why I was working as a programmer. And I also had the chance to give some classes as an instructor in robotics in the same college that I studied. And here is when I joined my university in Brazil. This is kind of a ceremony when you join. It's not mandatory. I just wanted to join because it's part of our culture. And they just shave your head and paint your face. And this is really important to the culture. This really this really means you join university. It's just a ceremony. And at this point, my life changed a lot. After I joined this university, which is a good university, they have the GPA, you know about the GPA, and this counts since from the beginning of your course. And if every bad grade you take, this will count forever in your grade. And I was always trying to avoid these bad grades and always trying to get good grades. And as much as I was trying to get good grades, I was forgetting what I really want to do in my life. And always following this very competitive pressure that drives you. And something that changed drastically when I came here is I came alone. I have no family here. And I was always surrounded by my family. My dog, my brother, my cousin, my mom, my girlfriend. This is just a part of my family. So when I came here, the first thing that I felt, and right this first day, I was feeling alone, because I lived my 24 years of my life with all these people always supporting me in my feelings, in my decisions, and suddenly I was alone for my first time in my 24th year. So this was the first thing that changed in my life. And now moving to the second part of the presentation, I will explain what I felt that changed. So first thing, I was living alone. I was here by myself. I could do anything, or I could take all my decisions, and I started facing problems that I faced it before, but I never faced it alone or by myself. And this changed a lot in your life. And when I came here, my sponsor doesn't allow me to work, so I have lots of free time. You know, I had just to study, and just to study to me was like, really? Just study? I don't have to work? And I was like, okay, so, and this free time, I had the chance to wonder about my life, and wonder about my goals. First thing, because when I came here, all that peer pressure and all that standards and patterns in my city just disappeared. Here is like, there is no patterns. You can study everything you want, everything just changed. So that all that pressure that was driving me to take my decisions didn't exist anymore. So I was reconsidering and rethinking in everything. And now I'm thinking about my goals, and I'm not deciding what I want to do in my life, but now I have this, at least now I know I can think better in what I want, and I can think better about my career and what I want to do in my life, and about my long-term goals, which is really important to accomplish great jobs. And also when I came here, I've had the chance to experience many things by my first time. First, I traveled to New York and to Washington DC and to Cedar Point, you know, all this place, and Chicago. I ice skating by my first time. I played golfing, and I went to a hockey game, and I seen snow by my first time. Arriving here 5 of March, so I saw lots of snow. It was not just it was like, oh, you want to see snow? So here you go. That was really interesting. So I would say that the main thing I'm learning here is breaking down all these patterns in my mind and rethinking about my personal choice and trying out to fit what I really want to what I think I can do best to my life and make a great contribution to the society based on what I want and not all about just what society needs. So what I expect to, this is the third and last point of my presentation, is what I expected to this program is have a clear and wiser vision of my future and goals, and thinking better about my life and my personal wishes to avoid frustrations and accomplishing great jobs. I want to find out how to deal with this peer pressure when I come back, because I know I will be on the side of this again, and I need to live with this, and I have to understand this as a specter and not just feel all this without thinking about this, and also consider better my wishes in order to have a better quality life, and also in order to understand better my future goals. And also I want to help people who are suffering with this, I know many of my friends and many of my relatives, they are living in the same environment. We have mostly the same age, so I can see them doing the same things that I was doing. And well, the conclusion of this presentation, I'm still learning this exchange, and I will learn for the next 8 months. But I traveled far away. I came here alone by myself. I had so many new experience, but all this experience can teach you just one great lesson. All this experience can teach you something that was always there. This can teach you about yourself. Thank you very much.